Welcome to Fast Effect Double Speed Magic the Gathering from ELD's Time Ball Games. Here we have Michael on a well-tuned Jeskai list versus Steven on a Brew, an Ad Nauseum Angel's Grace deck. It's going to be looking to do kind of a Tin Fins thing. See how this works out for him. As a Chromatic Star kicking things off, some mana filtering. A little bit of a spoiler alert. Michael is quite the warlord, and this is going to be a huge ask. Oh, look at that. Prismatic Ending actually getting rid of the Chromatic Star, denying card draws. It actually exiles it, so it doesn't go to the graveyard. Children of Corliss now comes out. Big ask to get a combo deck that you've built yourself past a well-established control deck. Let's see. This goes for him. 3 black. 4 black. 5 black. And an Ad Naz on the stack. Flusterstorm takes that out. That is brutal. That is like a 3-for-1. Couple of Dark Rituals into Ad Nauseum. I would love some feedback on what could help tune up this list for Steven. Friend made it down from New Hampshire. Check out our weekly legacy. Just love to see it. And off the top of my head, I feel like discard would be absolutely essential to this type of strategy. I'm not sure how much he has in there. Of course, cards like Duress, Thoughtseize, Cabal Therapy, even Unmask potentially, Grief, any of the cards that are taking a shot at your opponent's hand and making sure, if there's only that Flusterstorm standing in the way, you can strip that from their hand and open up that window, cross on to the other side for a W while they're defenseless. Otherwise, they're just going to have more time. Like here we see Narset rebuilding, finding a Force of Negation, still untapping with Counter Magic again. Ooh, Days Undoing. That is a horrifying card here. This is a draw 7. Teferi. Interesting. Opting not to just jam the Days Undoing. Gotten 7 fresh cards. Teferi does bounce the children. We could have cleared either Narset or Teferi. Michael setting up just like the most explosive turn here. Looking at a Days Undoing during the upkeep. In all likelihood, during the, let's see, draw step. So you'd let them draw a card, then you'd Days Undoing. He's not going to have any type of counter magic. But yeah, in the comments, definitely any thoughts for this type of list would be very much appreciated. Trying to clear this Narset. I think now's the time for the Days Undoing while she's still around. Oh no, 4th Erlingus. Ambush. Look at that. Straight up Ambush Viper for 3 mana. So surprise blocker. And oh, it's actually a 2/2, even better than Ambush Viper. I was thinking it was a 2/1 for some reason. Prismatic Ending. And not playing Days Undoing. Why? So Urz's Bauble. Just gaining information here. Don't agree with that play. I'd imagine Steven forgot about Narset. Not actually worth using the Bauble there. You got to wait until your Narset is cleared in order to make sure you recoup that card. Orion revealed. Being cycled. when it could have been cast. I mean, there's, I believe, 5 mana to draw 3. Beatings commence. Even completely out of gas here, which is not necessarily a problem with the deck design. Just in general, your combo deck builds toward that one critical moment, and not actually getting there would be the problem. Here's a Wishclaw. Essentially going to be able to find a Adnaz, try and resolve it, but he knows that Force of Negation's on the other side of the table, so going to have to wait. Those that can't actually resolve. Instant speed, prismatic ending again, taking out the Wishclaw Talisman this time. The cards pulled a lot of weight this match so far. Been a Cabal Therapy. Mystic Sanctuary entering the battlefield. Plenty of islands as this game has gone on. Very long time. Fourth Aerolingus put on top. That's going to be lethal right there. So Angel's Grace, Adnaz, able to go for the win, but shut down a Flusterstorm, Force of Negation. Also an obstacle. Of course, blue deck's going to be the toughest matchup for combo decks like this. Actually be able to interact on the stack. Some people might argue that more stacks pieces decks would be a tougher matchup. I tend to disagree. Much rather play against like Athalia than a Force of Will deck that can potentially have multiple pieces of interaction at 0 compared to turn 2 playing Athalia. Of course, Deafening Silence is a potent card to potentially play against, but the control decks can play that too if they want. Generally just don't need to. Have better plans. Even open up game 2 with a Dark Ritual just going for it. Oh, and Sign in Blood. Yeah, I don't love that. I would much rather see Deadly Dispute alongside Nano Rocks, like the Chromatic Star? The one Sphere. Star is the one that lets you draw when it goes to the graveyard. That type of stuff sees a lot of play in Pauper. Could possibly cross over into Legacy. It is actually close enough to that good. I think it's necessarily going to be optimal, but it could certainly be a draw 3 for essentially 1 mana. Deadly Dispute replacing some of the mana cost with a treasure. Sign in Blood looks like a cut to me. Now, if he's looking to just build something similar to what he has that's already been tuned quite well, I would probably recommend Tony Scapone's Black Saga Storm. And Adnaz gets hit by a Force of Will, Children of Corliss beforehand, and he's left with another one in hand. Black Saga Storm, a very strong deck, runs a ton of artifacts. Don't have the life gain from Children, but if you do really care about gaining life, you can actually run Shadow Spear along with your constructs, and of course the best life gain spell in Legacy, Tendrils of Agony, very often gaining 20 life in a single turn with that one. Flusterstorm off of Narset. Deafening Silence. Oh, there we go, the aforementioned Silence. It'll be tough to beat. And let's see, Ancient Tomb. They're discussing life totals here. And I can't actually see that card. Let's see if we can figure that out. Narset gets cleared. It would be nice if it was the One Ring, I'll tell you that. Very strong. Fourth Aerolingus sends Monarch acquired. Looks like it can actually be a back and forth Monarch battle here. Some type of discard spell. Not familiar with the art on that one. Someone in the comments let everyone know. But wow, Ormchant and Flusterstorm queued up here, along with Force and Negation. This is going to be extremely difficult for any combo deck to fight through in 5 turns. That is a Ixalan Duress. I do recommend that. Force and Negation actually declines to have that resolve. Even picking up the Monarch for a turn. Expecting this to just pass back and forth. Actually, I guess this fourth Aerolingus can just come down, and either way, know which way you go here. And there's an argument for holding back 1 and crashing in for 6 the next turn. He does have to block. Suppose if he swings, dead either way. I mean, not a lot of ways to mess that one up. With Deafening Silence on board, a fistful of interaction, Jeskai takes that one down.